Good, my YouTube people, it's your boy Orlando back with a new video. Y'all already know, y'all know the routine. Hit that subscribe plus that like button, man, and that notification bell where you won't miss no videos when I post them. Another video, man. Today is gonna be, all my stuff kind of, really be out of the norm, because I only post videos that's educational, that's gonna inspire and that's gonna bring change. So, all my videos they're gonna be abnormal. They're not gonna be the norm. You know what I'm saying? What you normally has been taught. They're gonna be the opposite of what you've been taught. So, and that's what this video is, man. I want to do a video and just kind of give, teach on the importance, man, of abstinence. That means, abstaining from having sex until marriage. And this video right here is for those even married. It still is important. Abstinence is still important to go periods with no sex. And I'm going to tell you why, especially as a man. I'm going to tell you why as a man. It's very important as a man to be able to abstain from having sex, even within marriage. Even within marriage. Now, don't get me wrong when I'm saying this, because if you are married, you can have sex as many times as you like with your wife. That's between you and your wife. There's nothing wrong with that at all, period. I don't want nobody to be like, hey man, I ain't even stop having sex with my wife and this and that. Nothing wrong with that, not saying that at all. I'm just showing the benefits from going periods of time, sometimes without having sex with this dog. When you, as a man, first of all, I think every man should have done this. Every man should do this. Every single man should go without sex. I know it's hard to do. I know it's hard. I'm telling you this by experience. I'm telling you because what it does, it brings you closer to yourself. You start learning about yourself the more you go without sex. The more you go without sex, it brings you closer to yourself. And going without sex, if you put the right things in your mind within that period, if you put spiritual things in your mind, you start, reading more knowledgeable things. You start, this time frame that you are sustaining from sex will actually bring you closer to God, because this is a spiritual movement that you are actually making. And to kind of back up what I'm saying, if this wasn't true, why you think all these women nowadays have on tight clothes? Everything they're wearing is tight. It's revealing. They're half naked in the videos. They're half naked. They shaking the video. The reason being, everybody knows this. That's why the whole game is to keep you focused on the lust, the sex as a man. Because they know if you can sustain from that, how sharp your vision will become. Your vision will go out the roof. I have a lot of people, they have told me, man, you extremely intelligent, man. You extremely smart. Where did you attain this knowledge from? And I told them. I said, this knowledge came from me sustaining from having sex for a long period of time. And I used to tell people the period of time, they used to think I was lying. It was so long till they said, can't no man do that. And especially a man that can get women. But sustaining from having sex in marriage, what it does, like I said, it brings you closer to yourself, but it brings you closer to God. And anytime you become closer to yourself and become closer to God, you can lead a successful family the way a man should. Because there's a lot of married men, I'm not saying all, but it's a lot of married men still struggling with their flesh even in the marriage. That's why I say I think every man should get to know himself and should sustain from sex before marriage. Now I know we weren't taught that. You know, I know you told that you're supposed to sustain from sex, but being told and being taught is two different things, because being taught is telling you the benefits from it. It's telling you the benefits from it. When you able to sustain from sex within a marriage, that's even crazier than outside the marriage. Because, like I said, anytime you sustain from something that your flesh craves, it moves you closer to something that your spirit craves. So you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? So even within marriage, man, you know, a week, 2 weeks, a month, however long you feel you can, you know, even you and your wife be on the same page would even make it even stronger. But a lot of men still suffering from this within marriage with their flesh. They seeing these women out here half naked, and they're gonna continue to be. Actually, it's gonna even get worse. It's gonna get worse with even, you know, with as time goes on, it's gonna get even worse. So you might as well even prepare for the struggle even more. You know, seeing women half naked, and that's, like I tell you, that's why they know that the more you can sustain from this thing, the sharper your vision will come. And let me also tell you this too. The more you can sustain from it, the sharper your vision will come. The harder it is for you to be manipulated by it. And that's why they really don't want you to be able to sustain from it. Because if you can't sustain from going without sex, then you can't never put the clamps on your sexual desire. Every man has to put the clamps on his sexual desire. You have to. I don't care, marriage, single, whatever. You have to be able to put the clamps on your sexual desire. If you're not able to, something or someone will always control you. Always. You will always be controlled. Prime example. Before I was able to put the clamps on my sexual desire, now keep in mind I didn't do it myself. It was definitely God that gave me the power to be able to do that. So let me make that straight. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely God that gave me the power to be able to do so. So, but that was something that I knew I had to do within myself, because I love women. I didn't love a woman. I love women, multiple women. And that wasn't healthy and it wasn't good. So, as I, you know, went through this phase, I began to, you know, become whole, become a man. I began to become stronger. And women could no longer use their bodies to manipulate the situation. It wouldn't work anymore. And a lot of times, too, I'm going to tell you this, too. That's one of the, for you single guys, I doubt, and for the married men, too. That's going to be one of the biggest challenges, because what do they challenge men by? They challenge men by sex. These are facts. If this wasn't facts, like, you wouldn't see women walking around with $2 pair of jeans on and have every man looking and lusting over. That's why. That's why. What I'm saying is facts. All you gotta do is just walk out your door now, go to Walmart or something, and just look. You're gonna see it. Because everybody knows. So that's what I'm saying. If you a man and that doesn't affect you anymore, then what happens is a lot of women are gonna become intimidated by you. And a lot of women intimidated by me, because those games wouldn't no longer work anymore. But back to before, when it was working, I made the worst decisions in life because of that. So that's why it's very important that you put the clamps on your sexual desire. Marriage, or even if you married, like I said, you in marriage, you already married, you still can do it now, and it's beneficial. It's even beneficial to your wife, believe it or not. Let me tell you how. Because as a man, once you do this, just imagine you done went 2-3 weeks, a week or 2 or 3 weeks or a month without sex. Your wife, who's gonna benefit from that when your testosterone level has went out the roof? You know what I'm saying? Your testosterone out the roof. When you do lay them hands on your wife, is a wrap. She gonna be like, hey, you need to do this more. You know what I'm saying? You need to go 2-3 weeks more without it, because she gonna benefit from this too. And she gonna benefit from it because you're gonna be in tune with yourself as a man. Like, every woman should want a man that's in tune with himself. But the only problem with that is she can no longer manipulate him. So that's the downside of it, is women don't want a man they can't manipulate sexually. I'm just, this Real Talk TV. It's Real Talk TV. I keep it real over here. I just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You know, when sex ain't bothering you, you know, what else can she use? I mean, you see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of women, they didn't stick around long when they found out that their bodies couldn't manipulate me anymore. You know, it ran them off fast. A lot of them, they saw that, hey, I ain't gonna be able to, you know, I can't plant no kids on him. You know, I can't, you know, I just can't, I can't use the, I can wear the tightest jeans over here and it's not working. You need something more. So as a man, you will require more when you have put the clamps on your sexual appetite. And so when you require more, people have to bring more to the table. That's when you become more intimidating, you know, to them. And you don't have to say a word. Like, these are just things that's just going to show. You know, it's going to show up. And not only that, like I said, you're going to become so much in tune within yourself and your vision, man. Your vision, I can't even start to describe how sharp your vision would be. You're going to be able to see things that other people in the norm would not be able to see. So that's where a lot of the knowledge is going to come in at. They're not going to be able to see these things, because you got to understand it's going to bring you closer to the spiritual realm. But if you feed in your mind these things, it's going to bring you closer to God, and He's going to download in your brain things that's happening that's beyond the average person thinking. So that's another benefit. You're going to raise successful kids because of these things too. That's another benefit. You know, you can't raise successful kids when you're not in tune with yourself or in tune with God. So these things are just, you know, beneficial things, man, that, and like I said, you're a married man, you know, there's no wrong and right in that. You know, I can't, you know, if you don't want to do it, if you can't do it, that's cool. It's not, you're not wrong. I'm just giving you information to, if you want to increase your thinking. You know, you have to put the clamps on your sexual appetite, because if you don't, it will always control you. And when your sexual appetite controls you, other people controls you by it, because it's going to always be your weakness. It's going to always be your weakness, always. So I didn't want to be before y'all long, man. Just, you know, hit me in the comment section. I always have music below. Let me know what y'all think about this. Why is it important that men should do this? It's very important, because he will get to know himself more. He will get to know God more. And a lot of things that's working against men would not be able to work anymore. It would not be able to work. So really, you will regain the crown again. You will regain the throne when you put the clamps on your sexual appetite. You can teach better. You can be a better leader. All of these things happen when you have put the clamps on your sexual appetite. So again, very important for every man to do, whether you're married or not, because it brings you closer to yourself and it brings you closer to God. And your vision, man, like your vision is sharp as a tack. People was thinking I was crazy, but let me show you too. What you do gain by doing this too. You gain more enemies too. Let me say that. You're going to gain a lot of more haters. Going to be haters. Because you're no longer going to be in the same box with them anymore. And anytime you step outside of the comfort zone, you gain more haters. Because your vision is going to be different. Simple. Your vision is going to be, it's going to be way different. So, and women can do this too. This ain't just for men. Women can do this. Women can, sustain marriage. Or you should sustain anyway if you're not married. That's just period. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about even the ones that's in marriage, because they think that they were supposed to, or that they can't. But now what this does, it can actually bring y'all closer. Believe it or not, it can make y'all stronger. To when y'all do, it's gonna be that much stronger. It's gonna be that much better. It's gonna be that much powerful. So women can do that too, because women are that's your sidekick. That's who, that's your road dog. That's your partner. You know what I'm saying? So these things can be done together. And believe it or not, you're gonna become more powerful. You can't help but to become more powerful once you start knowing yourself anyway. Because these things teach you who you are. I didn't start learning myself till I was able to sustain from having sex. So sex don't control me no more. I can look at women, beautiful women. They gonna keep making them. Like I tell these guys all the time. They be like, man, you don't be talking to these women. I'm like, man, I done done that. Like, beautiful women gonna keep being made. What I supposed to do? Keep. What you want me to do? I supposed to talk to all of them that want to talk to me, or all of them that show me some attention or look at me? What I supposed to do? What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? I can speak to them and go home. I can speak to a beautiful woman. Hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. I don't have to get her number. She don't have to get mine. You don't have to go no further than that. Because I didn't put the clamps on my sexual appetite. So, with that being said, man, y'all leave me comment, like, subscribe, share. Y'all already know I'm out.